Alright, so we have selected some data and displayed it. This time we're going to do some slightly more advanced select queries, but they're not that difficult to understand and they're just incredibly useful. So, first one. Often you will need to display how many, say, comments have been made on a blog post. So you could like count how many comments are related to a specific blog post. Remember the relational model. This in MySQL is done using the count function. Now inside here you could do ID or any other field, but you can also just use 1. And that will be slightly faster. And well, yeah, that's actually all there is to it. So let me comment this out. Now, you don't use MySQL fetch assoc to display this. Instead, you use a function called MySQL result. You use it on the query, and in this case we'll put 0 as the second parameter. Now, this 0 means to get the first retrieved field, and in this case that's count 1. If we would have put 1 here, that would have meant to get the second field. So let's just display this. Echo count, and if everything works correctly, we get 3, which is exactly what I have here. So this is one of the most used functions in MySQL. However, if you also want to select other fields, so like contents, it wouldn't work anymore with MySQL result, or it's not very clean. So what you would do instead is you would just select everything you needed. So if we would just use contents here, and then you could use a function called MySQL num rows, and that would also count the amount of retrieved items. However, if you just need to count the amount of retrieved entries, just use the MySQL count function. Alright, so that was the count function. Another very useful, well, feature, I suppose, is distinct. What this does is it does not retrieve duplicate entries. So this is basically like using a unique key. You can see it as that, I suppose. Values cannot be used more than once. So we'll just use a title here. And no, that's fine. We're just going to uncomment this, and I'm going to get rid of this and this. So we'll just display the title in an anchor tag and a level 2 heading. It's pointless, I know, but that's not the point here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to insert, and let's do third post yay again, and insert some text. So, and it did not insert. Alright, well, I'm not gonna bother debugging now, so I'm just gonna do this manually. Yay third post and some text. Hit go, and oh, it's third post yay. So let's edit that. I'm terribly sorry. Third post yay. There we go. Alright, so now when we go to posts, we get it once, not twice, as you would expect. Say we leave this distinct away, we get it twice. This is incredibly useful, and you can, as I said, use it to enforce the relational model. Or no, not the relational model. Terribly sorry once again, making a lot of mistakes. You can use this to make sure that even if somehow duplicate entries get into your database, you do not actually retrieve multiple ones of them. Alright, so I'm going to do one more thing. I'm just gonna leave it with the title, and I'm going to say order by ID descending, DESC. Now let me show you what this does. Oh, this one has the largest ID, while this one has the lowest. So basically, with order by, you can specify, well, in which order you want your entries to be displayed. By default, this is ascending, so you basically never have to do this. So we're going to stick with descending for now. And, well, 4 posts, that's a bit much. So we're just going to display the last 2. This is done using the limit keyword. There we go. It's really quite simple. Now say you wanted to specify exactly which ones you want to display. You could do 1, 3. Oops. Looks like I made a mistake somewhere. And it's probably for, oh, right, DESC. And here we see we displayed the first one, or actually the second one, because that's what 1 does. You can think of this as an array once again. 0 indicates the first entry, so 1 indicates the second one. So we're basically selecting second, the third, and the fourth. So that's really all I wanted to say about select queries for now. In the next part, we're probably going to look at update queries. So I will once again see you there.